Why, hello there, my fellow party members. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to our Adventurer Guild. Episode 16, Investing Even More into the Guild. So this is one of the advantages of changing class. So Samurai had like almost no int growth before. Looking, its endurance, pretty, arrogant, which is bad for wisdom, good for willpower. Trained by Falcon, which is strength, endurance, Crystal Eye, and Guardian Doll. So basically no int bonus here at all. And with the class goal of trying to become a Arcane Knight, when you level it up, now that he's a mage, he will be getting more int per level, allowing him to become the Arcane Knight that he wants to be. Maybe. So his chances are much higher as a mage, not that it happened. So he needs strength 10, int 10, and his strength was fine. So now he's trying to pump imp. So I'm going to reroll. And I got the int I wanted. Nice. He doesn't have the traits that really help him become an Arcane Knight, but like, I'm not going to stop him. And the other one was Key, who's trying to become a Bard, which is another like hybrid, which is difficult to attain too. Well, with those stat rolls, it won't be long. So that's Dex 10, Will 10. I think you're like very close to becoming a Bard because you're Will 8, Dex 10 already. So it's happening. Definitely happening soon. Learning new skills. That would be Key, the Priest. And I'm going to keep pumping Divine Training, knowing that it's like ultimately just going to be refunded to me when you become a Bard because Bards don't have Divine Training. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you Pathfinder and Inner Power because I hadn't, and those are really, really powerful. And then Cyber Eye, I'll also give you Pathfinder. Assignment complete. We gained some junk. Cool. Did I check the bar when it was a new week? No, I don't think I did. Arrogant, fast learner. I love fast learner, but like not when they're arrogant. And wisdom, but no wisdom? So it kind of almost... I mean, they lose dodge and block, and that can hurt. You're already death wished. Healthy body, born leader, and impatient. That's actually a really powerful combo. So I don't know what I'm going to do with Hannah, but born leader is a really good one. If the character is the leader of a party, increase a chain attack chance by 10%. The only issue, though, is your leaders really benefit more if they're ranged attacks, because you can only hit so many people in melee. And she is impatient and healthy body, so she doesn't really have anything that grows that melee. They're her ranged, because she doesn't have like dex or anything like that. But I'm going to recruit her anyway. And raffle. Timer is up. Nikki. Okay, you're loves pain, arrogant, no. Selfish, no. A ninja, or sorry, a wizard who's bright, frail, no. She's frail. Lazy, no. Swordsman, intelligence gain, and kind. I like those. But, yeah. This is actually someone that would be a good Arcane Knight as well, potentially. Wisdom growth, int growth, and sword. I'll recruit them. Boring, nope. Organized, oblivious, nope. And let's have a conversation with the monk this time. Yo, what's up? When we first met, you told us that you left your village to find students for your martial arts style? You mean my fist in your face style? Yeah. I was wondering if everyone else wears clothes like yours. It seems to be kind of foreign to me. Well, I think my old folks said something about our ancestors coming from a far away and founding that village. But I didn't really listen. Who cares anyway? It's not like people inside my village and those outside differ so much. They all suck at taking a punch. So you're also like this at home? My old man always said that people talk with their fists. But lately, when I communicate with my father, he's always quick to shedding tears. So I guess old age made him emotional. God, sounds like his lessons backfired on him. Are we done? I'm getting hungry. What about your family? You mentioned your father before. Is there anyone else in your family? Of course there are. My mother, for example. Is she like you? Nah, unlike me, she occasionally gets beaten up by the old man. Domestic violence? But sometimes she does get a few good hits back. Huh? I guess her track record against my old man is about 40 to 60, perhaps? Are you saying that your parents usually fight each other? Of course they do. How else would they determine the head of the family? So I guess the whole family is like that, huh? Of course, by the time I was 16, I was able to beat up both their asses and became the top dog of the house. After that, they never got their position back, not even when they tried to ambush me together. So I had an older brother who tried to put his hat into the ring for the position of the house head. But when his 5-year-old sister was able to beat him up, he was disappointedly gave up and started farming instead. Oh my god. And she's obviously some sort of prodigy, but she also is so cantankerous, like no one wants to deal with her. He was probably like, screw this shit, I'm out of here. Actually, he actually married the neighbor's girl. The two of them have been multiplying like rabbits. They probably have their 12th kid right now. Is the girl alright? I actually wanted to talk about my nieces and nephews as take all my nieces and nephews as students, but for some reason my older brother was so much against it. Well, whatever. Maybe next time when I'm back. I think the world isn't ready for Bai and a horde of miniature versions of her running around wrecking places. Are we done? I'm getting hungry. Yeah, we're done. She really is something. So let's go ahead and add Hannah and what's your name? Elizabeth to the free adventurers list. Before I forget to do that, and then to update the roster. So Hannah, you are currently a defender. You are a born leader. I don't know what you're going to end up being. You have no goal because no one owns you yet, and you're a healthy body. Born leader and impatient. And impatient is actually a good one most of the time. What this is you will always act first in the combat round unless ambushed. So basically, no one goes before you. It's pretty handy. And then the other one. Elizabeth is a priest. Currently, at least. Has no goals yet. And is talented swordsman. Bright. Kind. Pretty good traits. And the raffle time is up in just a few seconds. We have a time off potential. Team Blue doesn't really need time off. But like, it doesn't cost me anything unless they were going to do something. I still want to pump Team Green for experience because they're still pretty far behind. So I'm going to have Blue take the time off, even though I know Iron Zach is like falling behind the rest of them. It can't hurt. All right, raffle timer. Icarus. And then the other one, Skyra. All right, here you go. And you can decide what you want to do with your characters. So Team Green, I'm going to force seal Daryl. And then find something reasonable for them to do. Because they are... I want to level them up even more. I'd really like to do a like level 3, but all the level 3s right now are like survive waves or clear an area. It's not just like go explore. So I think the best thing I can do is the Cave Explorer, but that does have swarms of enemies. I'll do it anyway. Oh, and I meant to look at the synergy. So, Red Wolves, you're at 41%. Blue Stags, 28. And Green Dragons, 16. So it's climbing. Red Wolves are obviously far and above the highest, and they've been doing, like, team exercises, like mock archer battles and stuff like that. So it's only going to drive it up higher. But, I mean, they're not really competing with one another. They're competing with the bandits and demons and whatever of the world. So the higher it is, the better it is for everybody, honestly. All right, available quests. We'll do the Explore Cave. It's going to have swarms, so that's not so fun, but we'll do what we can. And it's going to be a little tricky because they don't have a frontliner, besides like Tinkwith, so it's sketchy, but whatever. And Skyra, you want to be an Arcane Knight? Got it. Updating that in just a second. So, if your class goal is an Arcane Knight, that is a strength and intelligence, which priests don't... Priests build up intelligence, but not a lot of strength. So taking a look at your character, you're bright, so you're going to build up intelligence already. So you might want to change temporarily to like a warrior role, so you can build up your strength and your intelligence, because you're already bright, and a mix of... if you take a strength roll, you'll be building it faster. So I would say moving to warrior more than defender would be in your best interest if you want to do that right now. And then for Icarus, being a bard makes sense for your born leader role, for sure. And if you wanted to be a bard, you'd be needing to build up dex and willpower. So in the interim, becoming a rogue, which builds up dex and willpower, is absolutely in your best interest, because that's going to be the most XP gain. Yeah, let's do that. You'll train as a rogue only to become a bard. And then, Skyra, you will train as a warrior to become a Arcane Knight. So let's go do your class changes. And the other advantage that we have is we do have a training ground that can benefit both of you. So this is where like the training ground really comes in handy, is you're changing classes and then we can level you up for a bunch of like free XP. So after you change classes next round, we'll like dump free XP on you. So Icarus, you are becoming a... What did we say we were doing? What class changing were you doing? You're going to become a rogue. To become a bard. And then Skyra, you're a warrior. To become an Arcane Knight. Okay, so... roster, it's still uploading. Looks like this. Rogue to Bard, Warrior to Arcane Knight. The other thing is, we could open up another squad, but eventually, as you can see here, I'm not saying not, but eventually you get a 6th slot in these squads, and you can add someone in. Potentially. Alright, so now that we have that squared away, which is awesome, let's go back to the cave, finally. Oh god. And you'll actually speed up to your desired classes with the training grounds faster than others would. That's another advantage I'll absolutely take advantage of. So this is a swarms of enemies, which is like low-key sketchy for a poorly balanced team. So I'm going to try to avoid fights, knowing that I'm like almost certainly going to have to get into them. Because, yeah, I mean, you can't... I'm, like, surrounded. Alright, we need to pull them away from the red crystals, which are going to buff them. So we'll just hold the back here. I might use one of the utility skills, the magical barrier here, which puts a 4-round damage absorption on Daryl, given that Daryl's like in the front and with you know, and then I'm gonna cast Earth Armor on Tankwith to increase Tankwith's physical resistance as utility spells, because we're probably gonna need utility spells in this fight, I'd imagine. You resisted the bleed. I'm not going to disappear. I'm just going to stand my ground. So, Alyssa. Oops. You don't have a specialty yet. So I will Earth throw this guy. There we go. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put those that can tank a hit in front to keep the pressure off of the ones in back. So there goes the barrier, broke in one swing, and really doesn't surprise me. Ooh, man, your magic really does not hit very hard. It sucks, dude. You're not very good at it. He has low int, so he's like just atrocious at it. Over here. I don't even think I'm going to attack. I'm going to go with whatever's like the most attack chain. And they didn't join in. And this is what like a bad team comp looks like. It's a little scary. Luckily, Alyssa is still a pretty powerful mage. And I'm going to have her double cast. Oops. To clear the board of another enemy. Maybe I'll kill... I'll do that again. So it hurts both. Dodge, nice. That one had engaged Key, so its back was turned, which is why it was a backstab, if you were wondering. And then I'm gonna go mess with this archer. Man, I'm just not getting attack chains. Ooh, nice. Well, Cyber Eye, you are... Oops, let's not move there. You're not very good at fighting, but you should be able to finish something off. Or not! At least it took pressure off of Daryl. And then Alyssa does a simple attack on this one. And then the last one maybe bleeds to death with any luck. Yeah. I could have checked HP to make sure that happened, but... This is not a balanced team. So instead of trying to max loot, I'm gonna max evade. Keeping everyone alive. Oh god, an elite. Alright, I'm backing up away from that. Trying to wait for that rogue to, like, go away. I'll go for the loot now. Critical fail. What ring was that again? Physical resist? I'm gonna switch rings. Daryl's been mostly taking hits from physical attacks. That makes more sense. Now, I know there are elites up here. It's... neither of those enemies? I'm not sure where it went. God, stop it! I'd really like to get these cocooned people, but that's going to be really tricky with the elite right there. So I'm going to try my best to plow through this goblin and then go up to the story. Ooh, nice. We're sitting next to like 2 boons. And a height advantage. Although there's a lot of them. But we'll survive it. It should be fine. Hell a lot of archers, though. Okay, heal. Cyber Eye. Show me what you got. 7. He's not supposed to be a mage, so yeah. It does not in any way surprise me that he spits out 7 spell damage where everyone else is capable of like way higher digits. Par for the course. Yeah, healer hits harder with basic attacks. Indeed. That is the disadvantage that we have. I'm going to have Alyssa stay here. I don't think she's in range of anything, but I'd rather have both these buffs when the meleeer comes close. Please hit. Okay, good. You heal Daryl, I guess? Absolutely murderify that thing. And then get the hell away so that... oh, you know, I just kind of ran to the other archer. That wasn't great, but whatever. She's alive. Alright, Alyssa, you're up. Crush the crap out of this dude. 20! That's a bit more respectable of a number. One shot. 2 shot. Bada boom! Seven. Yeah, Alyssa does 3 times more damage than he does. Whatever. He's in training. Higher level. He's twice her level and in training. It really drives home the point of like play to your strengths, play to your traits. Because if you don't, it looks like that. Okay, we're almost exhausted, but let's start this up. The group finds something that seems to be a nest of giant spiders. Fortunately, besides their eggs, none of them seem to be here. Amongst those eggs were also the wrapped remains of some unfortunate humans. As the adventurers they were, the group had the rather morbid idea. They wondered if the corpses would have anything of value on them, and if it was worth the risk to take some time to loot them. Loot the first corpse, or leave the corpses alone and leave. What do you guys think? Are we going to do some corpse looting? Everyone's all in? Oh, okay, alright. The party took one of the corpses and freed it from the silk that was wrapped around it. The corpse seemed to be that of a young man with ragged traveling clothes, which they could tell wasn't ragged because of the spiders. Probably an unfortunate vagabond that had sought shelter in the cave only to end up as nutrients to spiders. To little surprise, the adventurers, there was little loot from the corpse. So, very nothing there. And do we loot the next corpse or leave and not risk a sudden ambush? I like how it's like, hey, you're gonna risk a sudden ambush, guys. I mean, hey, we can keep looting if you want, but I like how the game's like, thumb on the scale, sudden ambush coming. And you all are like, loot, loot, loot. All right, loot the next corpse. The group started to free the next corpse from the spider webs. This time, they found the corpse of someone who seemed like a wealthy merchant. Luckily for the group, the spiders had no interest in the valuables of the merchant, leaving all the gold and jewelry for their adventurers to loot. That's a lot of loot. All right, we can loot the last corpse or leave. I feel like this is like a test of greed. How greedy are you? Greedy enough to pay for it in blood? Come on, you don't want to know? Maybe the last corpse is like covered in armor. Maybe it's wiser to leave while we're ahead. All right, we leave. The amount of loot the party has gotten was enough for the group, and they decide to leave the place before they get ambushed. Oh yeah, snuck right in. All right, we're out of here. So, got about $2,000 worth of like loot and bugs. Also leveled up Alyssa and Tinkwith, which is awesome. I'm all for that. And maybe we just avoided a Sheila boss fight. Yeah, exactly. Who knows? All right, Icarus finished class change, as did Skyra. So we got Rogue and Warrior. And in the training grounds, train. They're now in training. Alyssa's ready to level up. I wonder if she should be able to get High Mage this... Oh no, she needs Wisdom 10. She did pick up Strength. I'm going to reroll. That sucked. That was a terrible reroll. I should not have done that. And what about Tinkwith? Tinkwith, you need willpower and dex. You picked up both, so I'll leave it alone. And learn new skills. So, the two guys in training can learn skills, but I'm not going to teach them skills yet because their whole repertoire is going to increase in a minute. So Tinkwith, we're going to give you... I'm actually going to give you Poison, because the other rogue doesn't have Poison, and then I'm going to give you Pathfinder. Oh, and there's one other. Alyssa. Alyssa, you're going to be an Ice Mage, right? That's what I had written down. Checking. Yes. Ice Mage. And I am going to also give you Always Prepared, so you can use items more cheaply. That's a pretty powerful one. And this time we'll talk to Rogue. It's safe to talk here, Guildmaster. Bandits. I admit, when I first heard that bandits are acting up, I was suspicious whether they had anything to do with it. You think they do? Not anymore. I investigated, but they would be far more subtle in their approach. Well, it would have been weird if, in the first place, if they just randomly had anything to do with bandits. I don't underestimate their reach, Guildmaster. Including, there are lots of things that seem unrelated until they actually are influenced by them. One day, you really have to tell me who they are. Never! Then stop building them up. We should keep it short. I mean, they're the hand or whatever. Whoever that is. Alright, I think... It's definitely... Green's getting set back out there, but they're definitely in for the ringer. They're losing the morale. So they're going to need some, like, breaks soon. But I'm not yet. Tier 2 forest hunt seems maybe the most reasonable for their abilities. Or explore the forest. And let's take a look at their synergy now. 27. So just about rivaling blue now because of the quest that they've been on. Little work pays off a lot. Is the next level for Shredder's Ninja? What? No. Was that English? Oh, where'd this novice robe come from? I don't know, but I'll take it. Good. Oh, right, the person we recruited that took it off. Right, yes. Alright, recommended supplies. And we're good to go. And again, I'm going to try to avoid most of the fighting, even though we don't get a lot of experience, because they really can't take a punch. And they're all due for some, like, R&R after this one's done. Because they're all at their wit's end, having been tasked 3 times in a row to deploy. People like breaks, apparently. Says the person that had been streaming for 12 hours. No, Van Death, I got the reverence. The hand, you know, Shredder ninjas. I know what you meant, but no. To answer your question. Oh, we walked right into that. Only 1 ranged. That's not so bad, and we already have height advantage. That's pretty good. So I'll just hang back and let them get to us. I don't know why their ranger just, like, does not close the gap. That's pretty weird. Ooh. I'm going to poison my weapons, and then I'm going to disappear behind them all. Oh, I used more bravery than I needed. Oh well. I think for the rest of them, I'm just going to wait here unless I can hit him from here. So I can hit this guy from here, or not. And everyone else, I'll just wait until they get to me. I don't need to push forward because there's no one to even shoot. And then Tankwith can just, like, take whoever's straggling behind. There we go. So you're ice spec'd now. So if we take a look at Alyssa, she should have ice potency. So in her empowerment, her ice is up 15%. And then all of her magic is up. So this is like relevant resistance. So we'll start hitting with ice magic, in other words. And yeah, that's more damage, for sure. Cyber Eye, you don't have any potency. Also, this guy is like in the weeds, so we can't even see him. Standing here, I might be able to lightning the ranger. Yep. For 5. A tickle. A tickle that Tankwith will finish. For a very lethal sneak attack, poison attack. Completely overkill and unnecessary in every way possible. In order to reveal you, I'm actually going to march next to this hunter. Because next turn, like, no one will even be able to attack this hunter without it revealed. So might as well reveal it, and then everyone on the team just be able to gang up on it. And Key finished it. Ooh, nice. there's an elite that we should probably avoid. Probably an elite scout and a bunch, or maybe elite hunter. I'm gonna see if these bandits sniffed me out. I wanted to scout that quadrant. I'll do it from this direction instead. Alright, we're 54 out of 75. Crazed bull. Oh, they're gonna hit me. They chose not to close the gap in my direction. That's nice. They don't always move in your direction every time. And what I really wanted to find before the end of this was here. Finds what seems to be an abandoned shack. Group enters it. Abundance of rare flasks, herbs, etc. It's a rundown state. So we can try to pick the lock or ignore the chest. So we've had this one before. We know that there's like more. If we pick the lock, there's like more potions in it. It's a dex roll, which I think either key or tank with should be able to handle. Maybe key for the higher bravery. Yep. We only need to roll like a 7 or greater. Okay. Not that time. But that time. And we... Oh, this time we only got 2 mage potions, but still. Good. And I'm going to say that's good. We're going to return the guild. We've still got a whole bunch of experience. Got a lot of potions. Not a lot of money, but wasn't really about the money. And then 2 people got promoted, which is awesome. And then on top of that, Skyra and Icarus should also have leveled up as well. Or, no, they're still in training. Never mind, I take it back. Okay, Blue, Team Blue, definitely needs a break. So we're going to have to do something about that. I'm going to try to craft a narrative now for Alyssa, while the others, like, drink beer. And there's an 82% chance this works this time. The last time it failed. Level ups. We got Fig. Trying to become a paladin. So taking a look. You need intelligence, which you gained, and willpower, which you gained. So I'm not going to re-roll this, because the willpower was a 50-50 shot, so, like, I'll take it. So you only need 1 more willpower, and you're there. Very close to paladin. That's awesome. Another one that leveled up was Quantum. Oh, Quantum, are you? Yeah, you're level 7 now. That's awesome. Maybe you hit Ranger? I think you're awful close, at the very least. So for that, you need Dex 12, which you're gaining 2. This would put you into Rangerhood. Except, even though it wasn't a good roll, it will... no, I misread that. So you're closer to your Ranger goal, but you did just gain 2 Dex, so you're possibly 1 level away from Ranger, which is still pretty awesome. Key. That was a pretty good roll. You gained the willpower that you're looking for. And now you are 1 willpower away from Bard. And your willpower base growth is like awesome, so you're just about guaranteed to get it. And then Daryl, you sad sack. Let's see how you're doing towards Ranger. His rolls have not been as good. And interesting, 2 and 2, but not very good. So he did pick up 2 Dex, but no strength. So we're going to re-roll that and pray for strength. And I didn't get it, but it was a much better roll. I still didn't get it, but it's a much better roll. He's struggling because he doesn't have anything that helps with strength growth here. And this is why I've been really picky about who I've been recruiting. Not just that they have good traits, but they have good traits that work towards their class goals. Because if you're like really strong with no Dex, it's still going to be very difficult to become a Ranger, right? Or if you're really tanky, or really tough, but no strength, really high endurance, no strength, it's going to be really tough to hit your class goals because you're just not building that base stat. without bonuses. And I don't have more bonuses to hand out, obviously. So that's why, like, when I go to recruit, I'm looking not just at, like, oh, they have good traits, but do these traits work towards something? Because if the traits don't work towards something, they're going to be stuck in novice roles for a really long time. To the point where, yeah, Daryl, if he is continuing to struggle, it might make sense to make him a warrior for a level or two, for him to round out his strength requirements. So maybe I do that. I mean, already Alyssa's like 4 days of waiting. He is pretty sad though. And the mock archery battle worked, so they all gained accuracy and dodge. Cool. And if you're wondering, the mock battle, I don't think did much for their synergy. So yeah, let's do that. Daryl. Let's click Daryl first. Daryl, you are going to temporarily become a warrior for strength gain. Because you need to get stronger to become a ranger. Oops, I thought I had taught. Warrior. There we go. Confirm. Yeah, I think that's wise, because he's hit a wall and he's not going to get past that wall. The rest of green team, I'm going to buy you beers. You've gone through the ringer. They were deployed. Look at that. Quest. I've been just, they're at their wits' end. I think, actually, you know what? Buy it around for everyone. Every available adventurer in the bar gets one. All red team was like kind of mediocre happy, and now they're happy. I don't need to worry about them. New skills. So Skyra and Icarus did level up, but before I start to skill them up, oh, they're already in training. I'm gonna leave them alone and let them continue to train. And the other person to skill up was Simply Vig. Simply Vig, I'm gonna give you charge. Because if you learned anything from your paladin mentor, it's charge first, ask questions never, apparently. That's been your MO, or his MO, so we'll just take that to mean that that's the right approach as paladin. I'm going to bless, and we get a Blessing of Vigor. Increases total stamina by 25% next quest. So that's how the donation box works. So let's talk to Eden, because I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to help you, Nora. So about your acolyte, Nora. What about her? I was just wondering what kind of relationship you two have. Seems like she really holds you in high regard. She is my acolyte in name only, nothing more, nothing less. A position I didn't want her to have in the first place. Then why let her become your acolyte? I didn't have the heart to refuse her. What do you mean? Guildmaster, please, could you let it rest? I do not want to talk about it. I understand. I won't pry any further. Thank you, Guildmaster. How else can I help? I don't care what he has to say about bandits at this point, so I'm going to skip that. I almost wanted to ask her about him. Hello, Guildmaster. What about you first? How'd you come to join the guild? Did the church send you to become Eden's acolyte? No, actually, I became part of the church when I decided to become Mr. Eden's acolyte. Before that, I was just an orphan. I lost my parents when I was still a little child. I don't remember much. They were attacked by monsters when we were traveling. How did you survive? Some adventurers appeared and killed the monster. They saved me, but my parents weren't as lucky. So, kind of like Alyssa, I suppose. I'm sorry to hear that. It's fine, Guildmaster. It happened a long time ago. I'm sure my parents are in a better place now. After what happened, the adventurers took me with them. It turned out they were adventurers from the Adventurer Guild. It was since then that I started living here. It was also the time that I met Mr. Eden, then when Mr. Eden joined the Adventurers Guild. Anything else I could do for you? So, what exactly is your relationship with Eden? You seem very fond of him. Do I need to worry here? After I lost my parents, I was brought to the guild. It was actually Mr. Eden who started to take care of me. He's like a father to me. He's always so kind to me. He never yelled at me when I misbehaved. And I remember his smile, him patting my head and telling me that everything is going to be all right. And I guess something happened between you two? Looking at her, it seems she doesn't want to continue. I should leave it at that. Anything else I can do for you? And I'm going to ask her about bandits so it clears the chat bubble, but I don't really care what a random acolyte in the temple has to say about bandits. Sorry. And that's enough conversations for now. So we have Icarus and Skyra still in training. I'm going to leave them there. And no one is ready for deployment because everyone's busy right now. So we're just going to end turn. Okay, Daryl switched classes. He's going to need weapons because he's Nakes. So we'll give him a weapon. Actually, we can give him mage armor. I might as well. It's not doing anything until Cyber Eye knows how to wield it. So it's fine because it's stronger. Icarus leveled up. A rogue trying to become a bard. Oh, shoot. I did not choose the next class, so I don't see the target. Bards need dex and willpower. So yeah, I'm gonna actually reroll this one. And then let's make sure to set class goals. I forgot to do that, so that's my bad. So Bard, dex and willpower, yeah. And then before I forget, because I just messed this up, Skyra, you want to be an arcane knight. So now I have the target, so I know when to reroll. And oh my god, am I going to reroll? So that's, we need strength and int. I have a 50-50 shot to get int. Didn't work that time. We did get wisdom, but not int. All right, new skills. Row with dagger techniques, and let's go with shadow step. And then Skyra with great sword techniques, and let's go with movement. And they're going to continue training. Relationship change. Hallis and Quantum are friends. Pretty nice. So if you take a look at the relationships here, Hallis' relationship sorted by Quantum. As you can see, all those positive mood modifiers or whatever, they're now friends. I think it's the first friend that anyone's made. Oh, who else? Oh, Daryl. Right. You are a warrior, so I can give you great sword, two-hand grip, and ooh, you have you're an experienced adventurer, so I'm going to give you accuracy, crit, and dodge. I didn't notice that extra tree over there because he's like a unique, if you will. And then Key and Icarus. You made a joke about Key's height. Key's short. And Icarus, Key was like, yeah, you're a jerk. No, that's fine. I mean, they're not even the same party. Thank you for tuning in to our Adventurer Guild, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind, I'm trying to avoid backseating and spoilers. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming stream. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord to take part in community events, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow adventurers.